Prepare to be swept away into a maelstrom of cosmic chaos as we delve into the astonishing realm of exoplanet storms. Brace yourself for a mind-bending journey through the wildest and most intense tempests ever witnessed beyond our solar system. From ferocious hurricanes that dwarf our earthly counterparts to raging atmospheric disturbances that defy imagination, these extraterrestrial storms will leave you breathless. Get ready to witness the awe-inspiring power and fury of these celestial weather phenomena as we unveil the top 10 most intense exoplanet storms in the known universe. Buckle up and hold on tight as we embark on a turbulent adventure through the stormy skies of distant worlds. Many people talk about the ferocious and extreme weather that roams across the surface of our humble planet, and they're right, it can be quite destructive and awe-inspiring. However, our so-called storms pale in comparison to the cataclysmic cyclones that tear through the dense atmospheres of the gas giants or roam the surface of Mars. Here are 10 such intense storms. 1. Saturn's rose-tinted Storm-Saturn North Pole Vortex. When you think of hurricanes in space, your mind will immediately be drawn to Jupiter's mighty Great Red Spot, and rightly so. That storm is monumental. Jupiter's atmosphere is plagued with hundreds of storms in a plethora of sizes. However, it's Saturn's cloud exterior that is infinitely more fascinating and visually stunning. One of the most iconic images of Saturn is the Great White Spot, which is a storm raging across its upper atmosphere, leaving a path of destruction behind it. Although it may seem impossible, there is another, more stunning image, Saturn's North Pole Vortex. Trapped inside a perplexing hexagonal cloud formation, which we will talk about later, and featuring an eye that spans 2,010 kilometers, 1,250 miles, this beautiful hurricane generates wind speeds of over 540 kilometers per hour, 330 miles per hour. 2. The unbreakable Venusian dual vortices. During a mission to Earth's sister planet back in 2006, the European Space Agency's Venus Express satellite observed what appeared to be a cyclone whirling away above Venus's south pole. What's also fascinating is that a similar storm was observed over Venus's north pole in 1979 by NASA's Pioneer mission. According to planetary scientist Itziar Garrett Lopez of the University of the Basque Country in Spain, both vortices are probably permanent features in the atmosphere of Venus. Further observations showed the vortex constantly breaking apart and reforming roughly every 2.2 days. The vortex is never destroyed, but evolves continuously between morphologies. 3. Neptune's sporadic great dark spots. Like a teenager, Neptune's surface is occasionally plagued with great dark spots, GDS. First observed in 1989 by NASA's Voyager 2 space probe, the first GDS was a cyclone the size of Earth raging in Neptune's southern hemisphere with winds of 2,400 kilometers per hour, 1,500 miles per hour, the fastest winds recorded in the solar system to date. Unlike some extraterrestrial storms, great dark spots are not permanent, as the Hubble telescope observed in 1994 when it simply couldn't find the fabled GDS that Voyager 2 had snapped. However, all was not lost, as Hubble did observe a separate GDS on Neptune. This time, it was in the northern hemisphere. 4. Saturn's Dragon Storm. Located in the southern hemisphere, deep within Storm Alley, clearly the coolest of all alleys, lies the devastating Dragon Storm. Photographed by the Cassini mission in 2004, this amazing thunderstorm spans over 3,200 kilometers, 2,000 miles, bigger than the continental United States, and produces lightning bolts 1,000 times more powerful than those seen on Earth. These lightning bolts haven't been directly observed, but instead were detected from intense radio signals. Cassini wasn't the first to observe the storm, though, as both of the Voyager spacecraft also picked up intense radio noise when above the storm alley, meaning this storm has constantly been brewing beneath Saturn's atmosphere, occasionally flaring up in a dramatic thunderstorm. 5. The rare Martian spiral storms. In 1999, a colossal storm was observed above the Martian polar ice caps. Despite being over 4 times the size of Texas and engulfing the entirety of the Martian North Pole, it only lasted for one Earth day before dissipating entirely. Storms like this are rare on Mars, but they have been caught on camera before, once in 1978 by Viking Eye, though they were not as big as those seen by Hubble. The storm detected by Hubble is thought to have contained at least 3 bands of clouds wrapped counterclockwise in a spiral structure and orbiting a hurricane-style eye the size of Lake Ontario. Both of the observed storms on Mars occurred during the middle of the Martian Northern Hemisphere summer season. This is a key time for Mars, as its seasonal carbon dioxide polar cap has completely sublimated, melted away, leaving a frozen water cap behind. Similar storms that are found over Mars's polar ice caps occur right here in our polar regions. Some are even comparable in size. 6. Titan's mysterious soot storms. Titan is Saturn's largest moon, and in terms of weather, it is one of the most intriguing moons in our solar system. With a thick atmosphere composed almost entirely of nitrogen with a bit of methane, it almost resembles that of Earth's if you ignore the fact that it's impossible to breathe on the surface. Titan is riddled with methane rivers and lakes, overseen by majestic mountains and surrounded by dunes. It's these dunes that have conjured up a bit of mystery for astronomers. Simulations of Titan's surface winds all agree that Titan's dunes should point to the west, yet they face eastward. 7. Saturn's mysterious eye. Spanning 2/3 of Earth's diameter and hovering 32 kilometers, 20 miles, above Saturn's south pole, this humongous vortex bears an uncanny resemblance to a dark, mysterious eye. At the same time, this storm might just look like a typical, albeit bigger, hurricane. Its behavior is distinctly unlike a hurricane. As numerous Floridian weather reports will point out, hurricanes on Earth drift across the ocean, but on Saturn, this particular storm is stationary, locked around the South Pole. Also, Saturn has no oceans. 8. Oval Ba, Jupiter's little red spot. We all know of Jupiter's great red spot, but do you know about Red Spot Jr.? More importantly, did you know that astronomers observed its formation in 2000? Over several years, 3 smaller white spots, which had been around for decades, slowly merged into 2 spots and then into 1, forming a single giant storm, though not as giant as the Great Red Spot. 9. Saturn's mesmerizing hexagon. Perhaps the most stunning and mysterious vortex in the solar system, Saturn's hexagon never fails to induce awe in those who gaze upon its majesty. Large enough to engulf 4 Earths and take over 10 hours for one rotation, this enormous storm and its unusual shape beg for an explanation. Thankfully, science has the answer and has also been able to recreate the hexagonal phenomena in a lab. So how is this amazing storm formed and maintained? The storm lies in a sweet spot in Saturn's atmosphere where there is a huge difference in the speed of the atmospheric winds. Saturn's hexagon formed in an area of turbulent flow, where it was stuck between 2 rotating bodies of wind, both of which were rotating around the planet at different speeds. 10. The dust devils roaming Mars. The smaller, safer, and friendlier little brother of the tornado, dust devils are commonplace in the desert-like regions of our planet, but they are also found on Mars. It makes perfect sense when you think about it. After all, dust devils form in hot, calm, and dry environments when a small area of ground heats up faster than its surroundings, making Mars an ideal candidate for dust storms. These Martian dust devils are up to 10 times taller than our pitiful terrestrial equivalents, and some are even 50 times as wide, which could pose a threat to all the expensive rovers and probes that we constantly send up there. In a stroke of pure luck, however, these dust devils proved to be more help than a hindrance when back in 2005, a nearby dust devil blew an excessive amount of dust and debris off the solar panels of the Spirit rover, instantly boosting its power and allowing it to continue on its mission. As we reach the exhilarating conclusion of this cosmic voyage, we are left spellbound by the fury and power unleashed by the intense exoplanet storms that dot our universe. These celestial tempests, raging on distant worlds beyond our reach, remind us of the vast diversity and awe-inspiring forces that exist beyond our own homes. From the raging winds of gas giants to the tumultuous atmospheres of alien planets, these cosmic storms paint a vivid picture of the dynamic and ever-evolving nature of our universe. If you found our video informative, kindly subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on our videos.